Before we get into this video, I just want to let you know that we are doing a huge Black Friday sale on all tour tickets, 20% off using the code DIVA. Of course, I had to get them to use the code DIVA. If you use code DIVA, 20% off every single ticket that you can get on the tour. This is the only discount we're going to be doing, and there's a limited number over this weekend. So whenever they run out, they run out. So this is the cheapest that you will get tour tickets. I can't wait to hopefully meet everyone and see everyone. So if you're in Brooklyn, Chicago, Seattle, LA, and Dallas in February, and if you're in London and Dublin in March, would love to see if you use that code DIVA at checkout. You will get 20% off the entire ticket price. So this is the time to get tickets if you want to get them. Happy Black Friday, everyone. Tickets available at x1entertainment.com/Adam McIntyre, or just look in the pinned comment and description. Okay, hope to see you all there. Use code DIVA, 20% off all tour tickets. Okay, I'm severely locked in with this Logan Paul crypto stuff. Coffeezilla, God bless you. I am not only understand I'm not only sorry chat I am not only understanding crypto for the first time, but I'm like obsessed and I need to know more. So we just watched episode 1 of this Coffeezilla series that he made on Logan Paul's crypto scam, and there's a 3-part to it, and we're now going on to episode 2. I'm locked in. All right, let's get into it.
In the last 6 months, I've been working on my own NFT project. CryptoZoo.co. It's a really fun game that makes you...
It's so stupid.
$1,000 in CryptoZoo.
I lost $40,000.
$500,000 Australian.
By the way, if you want to be a part of this, we are now streaming on Twitch again, the Adam McIntyre. Link down below.
It's just a picture. There's nothing I could do with it.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No.
We had an issue with CryptoZoo, where our lead developer took the code that he made, fled to Switzerland, and like held it hostage for $1 million.
He literally never gave me anything at all, ever. And he promised me, 5 tokens and $1 million. He literally never gave me.
Wait a second. Who's Eddie? I thought that all of this was Logan Paul. What's this random guy doing in Logan Paul's project? And who is he? Who is Eddie Ibanez?
God, he's good at what he does, isn't it? Eddie, like an edible. I wish.
I decided to take a deep dive. I started by looking through all the news articles I could on Eddie, where I found out he graduated from MIT, and from there became a data scientist and cybersecurity expert, and used that technical background to win a Super Bowl for the Eagles. And there were videos on him too, which all painted him as brilliant and extremely accomplished.
Yes, hi, my name's Eddie Ibanez. I'm a father of 3, lead developer here at CryptoZoo.
What a crazy opening. Hi, my name is Eddie. I am a father of 3. Okay. All right. Happy for ye, I guess.
As a teenager, he successfully hacked AOL from his bedroom. He continued to pursue computer science until attending MIT. He was then recruited
Amazing teeth.
for a government agency in cybersecurity, developing software that reverse engineers the location of known government and terrorist threats.
You started with the federal government, and you started off really tracking criminals with burner phones and all.
Honestly, after this whole search, I felt more confused than ever.
Sorry, so much lip gloss. Wait, it's so crazy and scary that they're saying that he is like working with the government and stuff like this, and he is apparently involved in a huge Logan Paul crypto scam? We are well and truly fucked, y'all.
If Eddie's such an amazing guy,
Father of 3 representation. Finally!
why didn't he pay developers? And is he really the puppet master behind CryptoZoo? Or is it someone else? Honestly, I felt like at this point I needed a drink and I needed to ask for help.
Coffee, how's it going?
Not good.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I'm confused about this Eddie
Is this the Tesla bot? Robot thing?
Ibanez guy. He comes out of nowhere with this CryptoZoo story, and everything about him I find...
Not this diva having production value.
What's the problem?
Well, everything's not great. Everything about this guy just seems too perfect. He's an MIT grad, he works for the military. He even claims he won a Super Bowl. Why would that guy work for Logan Paul?
I don't know, but I can find out. You said his...
I'm confused. How would he have won a Super Bowl if he didn't play it? I know this is me probably being very stupid. How would someone dumb it down, please? Help. Help. Dumb it down for me. Girl, I don't know. He was there in spirit, I guess. I don't know, girly. Wow. We are a useless bunch. Really? No one? No one? Silent. Oh, so now y'all are silent. Now y'all are silent.
His name is Eddie Ibanez.
I think he goes by Eduardo technically, but wait, what are you doing?
I'm just looking around. And done.
Well, what'd you find?
A few red flags, couple of misdemeanors. Ooh, a few court cases. I'll send him over. He got sued by his landlord for not paying rent, sued by his credit card company for not paying his bill.
You can skip that stuff. I just need whatever's relevant to
I'm obsessed with him including that in the video. It's so shady. Whenever it doesn't matter, he's like, oh, it doesn't matter, we'll move on. It's so funny that he included that. It just like shows us like things about him on a deeper level.
Well, that's basically it. Other than, hold on. No, wait, I did find something. Look at this.
What's this?
It's from a paper in Philly. I barely picked it up. This reporter says Eddie's entire story is fake.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the whole Eddie Ibanez character. This guy Adam Robb investigated it. He says it's a lie.
I gotta find this guy. Send me his info. I got some calls to make.
Coffee.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We met up with Adam Robb, the reporter who's been investigating Eddie Ibanez for a while now. And I wanted to know, what did Adam think of him when they first met?
I wasn't quite sure what to make of him. Based on what I knew about him, he was a MIT
father of three,
worked for the CIA and the Defense Department, and I didn't want to waste his time. And it wasn't long after I sat down that I realized he was wasting my time.
Can you tell me about some of the
amazing teeth? Wow. Beautiful smile.
lies Eddie told you?
Eddie has told me so many lies over the course of my 2 interviews with him, and the first lie he told me is probably the oldest lie that he's told so many people, which is that he's an orphan. I first realized Eddie might be lying to me when I went home the next day and Googled Eddie Ibanez's family. I found a video of Eddie and his wife making rice pudding on a Fox and Friends segment on Fox News, and Eddie's wife Jackie explained that she learned the recipe from Eddie's mother.
So in that picture, you've got Jackie Ibanez. You know her, along with her husband Eddie and her 2 little girls. You love rice pudding. Why is this a family recipe?
Okay, so Eddie's mom made this rice pudding once.
Wait, Eddie's mom? I thought Eddie was an orphan. Well, it turns out the only problem with that is that not only does his mom exist, she's alive and in his life. And it turns out it wasn't just Adam that heard this story.
What's his name? No, what's his name? Help! Yes, you know, what's it? Clinton Kane! OMG!
Either. He told it a lot.
Did you ever meet his mother or his parents?
I did meet his mother.
Did he ever tell you he was an orphan?
Yes.
How did he square that with you?
So that's why I'm so confused. He told me he was an orphan and all this stuff, but then I believed his mom.
He told me he was an orphan and then I met his mother. Is quite the string of words. But as insane as these lies are, let's be real, it doesn't explain why CryptoZoo failed. But the next lies kind of do, because part of Eddie's story is also that he went to MIT, where he was recruited to the CIA. And
what is MIT? Michigan International Michigan International. Oh my God, wait. It's really Michigan? Michigan Institute of Technology. OMG. Oh. Massachusetts Institute. Right. So a very hard school to get into. Hey, someone else said Michigan in the chat. It's not my fault. And then he worked allegedly for the CIA.
It's part of why he was so attractive as a lead developer, all the wild experiences that he had had. But it's just not true.
I emailed the MIT registrar's office and I asked if Eddie Ibanez attended the school, and they confirmed in absolute terms that he never attended MIT.
That's right. The whole orphan to MIT origin story.
Orphan to MIT pipeline. You know the one.
It wasn't true. And Eddie's whole backstory from here kind of falls apart as well. How could he have been recruited to a government?
This is the same thing with Clinton. I'm like, what do these people, like, what do they think when they're lying about stuff like this? When they're like fully making up their entire upbringing, I'm like, are they just like impulsive liars? Or like, what is it? Is it to sound more interesting than what you are? Is it to get more sympathy? Is it to get more experiences? Is it to like impulsive liars? That was funny, right?
Government agency out of MIT if he never went to MIT. If this is all seeming crazy to you, you might ask yourself, who would believe all this? And this is where Eddie shines. He kind of had a gift for getting people to believe in the lies he told, especially super rich and powerful people for some reason. Like take, for instance, this story, him winning the Super Bowl for the Philadelphia Eagles. He managed to convince the owner of the New York Yankees that it was true, Barry Klarberg, who completely bought into it without question and told the same story later in a college.
I'm confused. He's saying that he was the one playing? Oh, hello.
College seminar.
Let's jump right into the work that you did for the Philadelphia Eagles, which led to a Super Bowl championship, led to you getting a Super Bowl ring.
Yep.
Tell us exactly what your job was to do for them and how it worked out.
No, sure thing. So first off,
Oh my god, now that I know he's lying, it's the same as like the Clinton thing. Like when you know someone's lying and you're watching them actively lie, it makes me feel so uncomfortable and like really scared.
they said like, we don't know where to put you, but and then the sports science guy was the one guy. He's like, hey, I got some data. I'm interested. So we took in his data, and then we found out that these players. What happens is it's like a player, as they run around, they get at certain fatigue levels. So if you ever played Street Fighter, the video game, there's like a red bar at the top, and every time you get hit, that red bar goes down until you die, KO, right? So then we're trying to figure out kind of what that is for a player, and on an injury level, right? There's an injury bar that gets knocked down and that gets KO'd.
This is insane. He convinced an owner of the Yankees that he won a Super Bowl.
I'm like, and he didn't think to like look into that? Really? Really? He didn't think about looking into that at all? Really?
By turning sports athletes into Street Fighter characters. And of course, none of it's true. The Philadelphia Eagles responded to a fact check saying he never worked for their player analysis team. Not only that, the Eagles also said that Eddie did try to do an in-person presentation in March of 2018, but that was already a month after the Eagles had already won the Super Bowl. And also, they didn't hire him because...
Why do people lie about things that could be so easily found out as well?
...is true, and yet he's convinced people at the highest levels of sports that it is. And this is where we get back to CryptoZoo, of course, because it's how he got involved with that project. Remember Jeff Levin, Logan's manager, who we spoke to last time? Well, he also spoke to Adam Robb. And when he told him the reasons he liked Eddie, they sounded very familiar.
And did he tell you, I guess, kind of like about like working with the NFL and that kind of stuff and the whole, like his time in the CIA and all that?
He did. And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild, like, that's pretty cool. But he's humble and he's not like ever bragging or anything like that.
Wait, but he is bragging. He literally made it all up. The CIA, NFL stories aren't true. How could that
I love this Logan Paul manager for how fucking stupid he is.
not be bragging? But that's the impression Eddie gave off. But that's not all. Because Eddie didn't just use made-up stories to get in with the CryptoZoo team, he also used his other connections, his real millionaire and billionaire friends that he's managed to gain with all these fake stories, and some of them vouched for him. People like Chris Birch and Todd Morley.
And what was the thing that kind of like sold you on Eddie? Was it the fact that like Chris and Todd and people like that kind of like have backed him in the past and like?
I just think he's a down-to-earth, cool, humble guy.
Okay.
Who's been super successful. They're trying to do an agenda, and he's just kind of like, hey, look, I'm super smart in what I know, and I have amazing relationships through business that I've done.
It's incredible. I mean, how does this guy keep getting away with it? Honestly, it's baffling. But I've got to say, up till now, everyone's been fooled sort of fair and square on the same grounds. But I found out CryptoZoo did have an advantage that could have saved them all this trouble the whole time.
So a month before the launch of CryptoZoo, I got on the phone with Jeff Levin, Logan Paul's manager. And after he spoke fondly of Eddie and his work, I confronted him about some of Eddie's lies, including how he didn't work for the NFL. Jeff told me he doesn't know much about the NFL, but he knows about the business world. And Chris Birch and Todd Morley vouched for Eddie. And so Jeff and Logan were going to continue working with him. Have you ever...
That's so crazy. Like, you're being told that he's a liar, and you're like, yeah, but we're still going to work with him, which just goes to show how little they care when it comes to this amount of money and stuff like that. Like, this is just... It doesn't matter to them. Yeah, the man bomb was crazy.
That anything Eddie said about himself is true.
We verified that it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely talked to people.
Okay.
And his friends and, and people that he said he has relationships with, which we've confirmed them for sure.
Okay. Because I had trouble with some of that, like, with the NFL, like, saying that, like, no, we've never worked with him. And that kind of thing. But you've had...
The NFL saying that?
Yeah.
Like who at the NFL?
The comms teams for the Eagles and the Dolphins. And then the people specifically that he named that he said he worked with.
Got it. I don't know necessarily with the football stuff.
Okay.
I don't have relationships in the football world.
Sure.
But you just said that you can trust him with everything. Oh my god, this call is insufferably embarrassing.
The business world, we've
Who at the NFL? Girl, the NFL.
Talked to multiple people.
Like Todd and Chris, and they backed him.
Correct.
Wait a second. This means at minimum, Jeff knew about Eddie's background beforehand, or part of it, and still decided to go with him. This is just...
Which goes to show how little they care about their audience, that they're willing to bring a fucking known liar on to deal with something this big. When you're getting confronted with one of the biggest parts of his story being a lie, and you don't want to question whether anything else is a lie, then it says absolutely everything.
Unbelievable, willful stupidity. And since Jeff is Logan's manager, I assume him and the team should have known about this as well. But still, they went forward with it even though they knew this stuff before launch. Now, I started to reach out for comments about this because obviously this is a huge deal. But when I did, I got a call from somebody new. Someone with a different perspective that I hadn't heard from.
Cody Tyler!
Jake, the Crypto King. He's been involved with some of Logan's projects in the past, like Pokemon, for example. He was called the collectibles guru a few years ago. Nowadays, he goes by Crypto King, and he's an advisor for the CryptoZoo project. So let's add him to the conspiracy board. But the question is, what did he have to say? I took a call with him, and he mostly wanted to talk off the record. But when I pressed him, he was willing to at least put one thing on the record for me. Right. One more thing about Eddie before we get off of him. We actually...
The biggest reason it failed, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because I don't want it to ever be thought that Logan's the reason it failed. He's not. Logan wasn't smart enough for what he tried to build. And then when it was built and was failing, didn't have the ability to correct it and to save face and reputation. It was more convenient to pull out than to be associated with a failing project that the dev rocked. So...
But it also, like, there's... The work that Logan was doing to it was minimal and allegedly not paying, which means that he's also a reason it's fucking failing. You can't jump ship on everything and blame everyone else.
That one sentence on the record.
Well, that is certainly emphatic. Crypto King says it's all Eddie's fault. And this is a nice, neat theory for us. Eddie ruined everything because, yeah, Eddie is a liar. So it does seem to explain how these developers got screwed. But this theory doesn't fit all the facts, because Eddie was kicked off the team months ago, and still, the game is not working, despite Logan claiming they were going to go back and fix all the problems.
Again, retroactively working to make these projects right, and it just takes time, bro. It just takes time. Development takes time. Working
takes time, bro.
Fix things, which
bro.
Ideal, but also this project will speak for itself.
And now, you know, we're working.
Speak for itself, as in being dog shit. Oh my fucking God. Like, the level, again, of just not being able to take accountability in any way is unbelievable. And then when you are the sole person on the project and it's still fucking failing and you're still not able to say that there's problems with it is absolutely fucking crazy. And I just can't believe that, like, it really is. It really is just, these people have an inability to, and maybe they do, and they just know that it's easier to act dumb. Same thing with Mr. Beast.
Backwards to try to fix it.
This just hasn't happened. Even a year from launch, the game just doesn't exist. What's worse is the newest dev team, who came on after Eddie, just quit. And one of the reasons was they hadn't been paid for over a month. I know this because Logan's team is leakier than the Titanic, and someone told me that, but we also have blockchain evidence. This is Jeff paying Block Ops, the company they hired out, on July 19th. They were supposed to redo all this work. It's confirmed by their leader, Skip, talking
Also, people like Logan Paul make so much money that, like, why don't you just pay people? Like, at its core,
first monthly payment on that day. But after that, there's nothing until they quit on September 26th in a post called Our Departure from CryptoZoo. Now, I do have to say, it does look like they were eventually paid, but only a day after they quit. And this is just the same problem as before, slightly different. Nobody can pay these devs on time, and investors end up getting nothing. And so I can't buy into the idea that
again, at its core, we are forgetting that there are so many people, what was it, like $2.5 million or whatever it was, who have invested so much money, losing $500,000, $7,000, you know, all these fucking thousands of dollars, while Logan Paul plays fucking tennis with whose responsibility it is. It's a failing project.
Eddie's at fault for everything, because when Eddie was gone, they had a lot of the same problems. Now, it was only at the point that this dev team quit, Block Ops, that things really took a turn. Because if the Titanic was leaking before, now it was sinking, and everyone basically gave up.
A plane just flew into the Titanic.
No. All the investors who felt betrayed, who up to this point were holding on to hope, now they felt defeated. They felt tricked by the CryptoZoo team who had fed them promise after promise, and they were sick of it.
He was never in the chat or anything, never apologized or told us anything.
Things didn't work out. We all get that. But to continuously lie,
I was about to say that it's the leading people on thing is such a big part of this, where they were continuously telling people he's about to promote it. And that clip from the previous episode where he's like, nah, I'm not, it's not that project that I'm promoting.
lead people on, hype people up to put more money in. All the while in the background, things are going down, things are hitting the fan, and you've left us holding the bag.
I know it was my decision, and I did my research, but I believe nobody has to lose money in this way.
And that's when a whistleblower stepped forward and decided enough was enough. They decided to leak me messages, team messages, from the CryptoZoo team from all the way back in the beginning when they thought of this idea, all the way up to launch.
What?
And seeing that,
what?
Changed everything. Because all of a sudden, I got a lot of new information. Remember how Jake, the Crypto King, said Eddie was the only problem? Well, a year ago, he was saying something very different. On the day of launch, he said this to the group. Logan, you stole 40 million in tokens from me. You are a scam artist. You are a liar, and you betrayed your own community. You aren't that guy. Logan replies, oh, Jake, trust me, bro. I am that guy.
You're gonna change the whole story. Yeah, I'll go on the record for you, and yes, I'm gonna show you the text message that say we can sell at these ascending market caps, and that it's not like I was trying to rug a project. it's like I put $250,000 into a project plus 6 months of time, and the founder never did anything he said he was going to do, and then hired a bunch of devs that didn't do what they were going to do. And every time I gave advice, the advice was I was told. So there was nothing illegal about that. Ethically, arguable. The rest that Logan did to me was ethically wrong and illegal.
What? Again, how has this man got me hooked on this crypto thing? Leaked text messages? You know I love that shit. I can't believe those text messages that were the cliffhanger of the part 1 were his friend. What the fuck? This is so crazy. And even just the passing responsibility and then being exposed for lying about that as well. Like, there is just no level of humility or humble or being able to just look at yourself. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Mama, a leaked message behind you. In a team of liars, who can you trust? What a beautiful sentence. All right, we'll leave it there for now, but we will watch episode 3. So I will love and leave y'all.